here's something funny. I posted a video way back of Joe Bonamassa on the Mickey Mouse Club. They were asking him, why do you... A really funny question. And I actually talked to your dad about this. It's pretty crazy. I thought it was funny. I laughed when I saw it. Why do you play the blues? You don't seem sad.
Well, you're only 14 years old. Mm-hmm. Do people ask you a lot about how you play the blues? Because you're obviously not a sad person.
So just to mimic that ridiculous statement, I have to ask you the same thing.
Well, I feel when you're playing a lot of other music, there's not much you can do with emotion-wise, but with like the blues, it can be still pretty rocky, or it can be stripped back to pretty much nothing, and it's just guitar and drums. But I mean, that's what I liked about it the most. It was the most versatility in a music genre.
Right? You have a strong range there.
Yeah.
And you can hear it too in your playing, because I see you throwing in these insane, really tasty licks that could fall almost in the category of like Paul Gilbert-esque.
Yeah, that's kind of what I liked about the blues. You can put anything in it, and as long as you know what you want it to sound like, it'll sound good.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So let's talk a little bit about what's going on recently. So you have a new single coming out.
Yep.
2x2, May 24th, right?
Yep. May 24th
so
when it comes out.
An idea. Give us kind of a teaser of what we can come to expect. What sort of emotions behind it? Tell us about that.
So a lot of it's in this album. I think most of this album is like a bit of everything, and the album is supposed to be tipping my hat to everyone I kind of respect. So it's like, it goes from like almost like reggae to like blues to like rock and stuff. So there's like every genre in that album, but it all kind of sticks to the blues category.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is going to be your debut album coming up here this year, right?
Yeah.
You've already had 4 #1 singles.
Yeah.
So I heard there's some whispering there that you could possibly be up for a Grammy nomination.
Yeah, you never know. It'll be cool. I'd be one of the youngest to get a Grammy nomination, so yeah.
Right, 14 years old. So we keep our fingers crossed for that one. There's no doubt about it. Now, you brought up Missouri a little bit and why you may settle down there. I heard that you are not, outside of being a great, phenomenal guitar player, you're quite an entrepreneur at your age, right? So tell me a little bit more about something I heard about a blues bar.
So yeah, we bought a bar there, and it's called The Riff.
Oh,
so,
that's a killer name.
Yeah. So it kind of fell into place, and that venue, so the original owner, he was the first person to ever take us to put us on an actual show. Like one of the first persons to ever take us on a show, who actually like trusted a 12-year-old at the time to play at their venue. So it was like, we kind of stuck to the places that actually gave me a shot. And then it kind of fell into, oh, I like this place, we could like just make it our own. And then that's how it all kind of fell into places there, so yeah.
All right, so let's talk about something else, since we're talking about a little bit about Richard Fortus being out there. About Slash, because Slash is his fellow guitar player in Guns N' Roses right now. Slash just announced he's going to be kicking off a blues festival tour, the Serpent Festival.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I was looking at the roster. You got some great players on that thing. Kingfish is going to be there. I believe Eric Gales is going to be there.
Yep.
It's going to be phenomenal. Where the heck is Taj on that thing?
Hey, I mean, you never know. We might get the call and be like, hey, you want to play? I'll be like, yeah, sure. But I mean, it's all up to you.
The man in the top hat, right? So maybe we'll put that feeler out there then, right? So Slash, if you're checking this out, maybe we got to get Taj on that roster too. and make it a party, right?
Hey there, just a quick interruption. I want to thank you for watching this video and urge you, if you don't already, to subscribe to the Masters of Shred YouTube channel so we can continue to bring you this exclusive shredtacular content, more episodes of Talking Shred, and more excursions. Thank you again for your viewership, and now back to our regular scheduled programming.
Here's the thing for you. I heard you're not much of a gear snob. You are open to all sorts of guitars and brands, right?
Yeah.
So you're playing your parts caster Strat here.
Yep.
But you also have a really badass gold top Kiesel that you play too, right?
Yeah, this is my main guitar at least.
Look at this thing, man.
But yeah, this is the main guitar of my choice.
So tell us about this guitar.
So this is a guitar that Jeff made for me, and it's just really nice. It's like, it fits perfectly, I mean, for me at least, and
And
yeah.
how about the pickups on there? What do you got in those things?
So I have P90s in this, but they're wound very hot, so they sound like a single coil, but it's got the punch of like a humbucker, so it's really versatile in between them. And the cool thing is when I go on these pickups, it sounds like a Strat, and it's really like twangy, and it's like, but I mean, it's cool.
That's pretty. And are those Kiesel P90s or Seymour Duncan?
These are Seymour Duncan P90s. They're really pretty special P90s, but yeah.
And could you see this possibly becoming like a signature Taj Farrant guitar?
If I chose any of the ones that we've gone through, it'd be this one.
Wow, and it has some great weight to it and a great feel. And the frets are like glass.
Yeah, and it's not like heaps heavy for a Les Paul like
right.
most of them are.
Because we were talking about that earlier. So many guitars, you can get like a really nice guitar for $3,000 or $4,000, and you'll be shocked to find really rough frets.
Yeah.
Gnarly frets. You're thinking that's.
That's one thing I loved about Kiesel, is that the necks were pretty much perfect, like straight from the factory. But I mean, yeah, I just like.
They kind of like play themselves, right?
They kind of play themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.